Hello everyone. I think we are live. I am live. Welcome to this channel, DevOps and Cloud. I hope that you are getting benefits from this channel. So make sure you subscribe to it so you get such kind of notifications on your laptop, on your mobile phone when we are live. We prefer to do lives raw so that we can talk to the real people, understand their problems, not like build something in the corner and just throw it at the people and then just go away. So that sort of thing that I have liked doing. So as you have already seen from the title, let's build some project. So unlike any other channel, right? If I build something and show it to you, may not be so much useful. How about I tell you to build something that you can use in pretty much every interview you go through, every company you go to. So let's take a look at a real scenario use case, and maybe you try to, build that sort of project. Let me go full screen. And let me present. It's slightly difficult sometimes going live. I hope you can see my screen, and if you can confirm that you can see this screen, that would be great. Can you see my screen? What do you see? Do you see a presentation? If you can confirm in the chat, do you see a presentation or is it? All right, you see the presentation, so all good. Okay, all good. So this is a sort of real-based scenario project that we will take a look. Instead of me building it, you guys will build it. I'll just explain you how you explain it in your interviews and your discussions. And stay subscribed to the channel, look at some other projects, all that sort of thing. So what are AMIs? So you would have seen a lot of interviews you go to, and you probably have to connect with the interviewer once or twice so that they can think that, what you have been working is relevant to them. And whether somebody is working on Kubernetes, Elastic Beanstalk, or any such machine learning, test automation framework, whatever technology they are working on, whatever product they are doing, every organization will have AMIs being used in their environment. So 100% of the organizations would be using them in some form. And people use custom AMIs. They don't use standard AMIs provided by the AWS or Azure or anybody else. So it's a similar concept in Azure and GCP. So try to build in that area as well. A lot of use cases. So you directly straight away connect with the organization that you have built these kind of projects. So these are base images used everywhere. So you can straight away connect and use this project in your resume for everyone. If that is not a good enough reason, if you deliver a project on Azure, GCP, AWS within next 2-3 days, sort of competition, I'll show you more details. I will be giving away these vouchers that I have. These are for the Argo CD certification. They are usually $80 in price, and I'll be giving it away for free of cost. Whoever submits video to us, so we can make it public for you guys who are not able to build or who come to channel later on, so they can enjoy it. So instead of me creating content, why not you be part of it? Showcase that on a big platform like this, your video will get some views, recognition, and also you can project it that you did some collaboration with some platform and you did this sort of thing. So it's up to you how you project it. But first of all, let you build the project. I hope you guys can see this thing, right? So I'm actually not sure how it's going. Can you see the presentation, guys? Can you confirm in the chat that you are able to see the presentation? Yeah. So creation of a base AMI using Packer. So you can use Ansible if you want to. You can use other technologies to build base images. But what Packer does is offers you good CI/CD concepts in this. So you can use Ansible-based provisioner and shell script-based provisioner. You can use these two, and maybe a few other possibilities are also there, Puppet and other stuff. But we will stick to these two. Try to use have a base AMI from AWS, which is not hardened, which is not useful by the organization straight away because it does not have all the packages required. So for example, you're going to use this base image for your Kubernetes worker node. You need some dependencies of that, any package coming onto that later on. You're going to use it as a Jenkins build machine. So Jenkins would need some Java related runtime or Node.js related applications to be built. So those things can be pre-packaged. And the advantage is that once you start the EC2 instance, your instance uptime is very fast. So you don't have to install your custom softwares in the user data script or in the startup of the EC2 using Ansible and all. So that is the disadvantage of using Ansible after the EC2 has been created. So understand why we use it, where it will be beneficial. And if you are expert, you can also use Ansible-based provisioner in this. So there's Packer. It will use an external script or another automation, which can then provision the instance. And at the end of the project, you will get an AWS, Azure, or VMware-based AMI for you. It depends what platform you are using. You basically get a base image for your application that you can use straight away. You will install a lot of softwares on top of that. You will install CloudWatch agent, SSM agent, Docker, Git, and think of any other package that your application would need for your application to work fine later on. So you will pre-package all that, make it ready. Will probably take 1 or 2, 3 days for this to do this project based on how many hours you spend, how much research you do, and what level of experience you have. But one thing is good that you connect with pretty much all sort of employers that are in the industry. You connect with everyone, so it can be used in every sort of interview. Not a lot of people will cover in their zero to hero projects or zero to hero boot camps and that sort of thing. They will not cover these sort of thing. We want to make you ready for job. So do something that connect with everyone, not something random stuff that doesn't connect. So how you can now, going back to the vouchers, I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of entries. A lot of people are going to try. So my request is use maybe Azure, maybe GCP, because AWS, a lot of people use. Try to build something instead of using Jenkins. Try to use GitLab. Try to use Azure DevOps. Anybody doing it on GitHub Actions, they are more than welcome. So build such project. Give us a 10-15 minutes of video. Give us a short description of that video that you have built. Build this in your own GitHub account and use that GitHub repository in your resume. So that sort of thing. That's our WhatsApp number. You can, once your video is ready, put it on a Google Drive, put it on somewhere, and then try to showcase. You will do a lot of research when you are building this project. You will understand why we use AMIs everywhere. What are the advantages of it? You can put a lot of softwares on top of it that you don't have to install later on. So your runtime is much faster. Your security is much improved because you are using a very standard base image now, not using AWS provided, which any hacker, anybody knows that if your EC2 is created with an AWS image, if it has some vulnerabilities, some issues, how to hack it, how to crack it. they would know that sort of information. But if it is your security team has told you to install these 10-15 packages on top of that machine, you can use your pipeline, put those packages details in the shell script or the Ansible provisioner that is going to be used by this base image, and it's going to be much more secure. So your security starts with, much before your environment is provisioned. It starts from planning phase itself. When you are building your AMI, that's when you start thinking about security, that yes, this machine image is going to be used in the production. This particular scenario, whether it's Kubernetes cluster or whatever your use case is, Elastic Beanstalk or EC2 as is, whatever is the scenario, how it's going to be used, which softwares will make it much more secure for your customers to use, for your cloud operations team to work on, which will make it more secure. What softwares are required for logging, monitoring, those sort of things. Everything will go onto this AMI. And obviously, it's all CI/CD driven. Helps massively, because if you are creating an auto-scaling group, the idea is that in an auto-scaling group, one EC2 instance is not healthy, it will create another one. I hope you understand those basic concepts, right? The EC2 is not healthy. The health check will detect that, terminate that instance, create a new one. But if you install softwares after the EC2 has been requested, it will take another 5-10 minutes before the EC2 instance can be attached to the load balancer and can start serving traffic. But if you have a strong, nicely packaged AMI built in advance, you don't have to wait that long. You just do that instance specific configurations quickly on that, because all the softwares are already there. And that's it. You are ready to serve traffic. So gives you a lot of positive points in any of the interview. So try to build this project and share us the video, and we will try to help you with these lot of vouchers that I have every around $80-90 vouchers. It helps you do 2 exams, which is GitOps expert exams in the Kubernetes area, and you get authentic the Credly proper voucher and verifiable voucher, that the certificate after you complete this. So this allows you a lot of training. First, they give you authentic official training about GitOps, Argo CD, and then you go for a certification. So it's a 10 to 12 hours of course, and then you do some certification. So you can get a lot of out of this just by doing this project. So you do a project which is useful in every scenario, and then you get GitOps and these vouchers, which you can showcase later on. You get certified, you get a proper badge. Basically, badge was the word. You get proper, authentic, verifiable badge you get from Argo CD GitOps organization. So that's what I wanted to talk about in this short video. And yeah, I'm waiting for your videos to be completed, and hopefully you guys will not disappoint. I'm going to get a lot of videos that we will publish for everybody. Try to bring that differentiator in this. Try to use GCP, Azure, GitHub Actions, Azure DevOps instead of Jenkins or anything like that. But if you are Jenkins is your go-to product, use that product. There's no such issue with that also. Do it fast. As soon as we start releasing, and you guys know